At Money 2020, there are so many nice little apps, and I'm now talking to Peaks, and Peaks want to make it very easy to invest in all kinds of shares in a very, very, very easy way, and they're PSD2 prepared. They really are ready to integrate with all the different banks and to do a fun thing. They are challenging you to invest with your change. Okay, I start Peaks, and then what?
So this is my Peaks account.
Yep.
So you can see I make a small profit there.
Oh, 63. You've invested 2,200, and you've had 63 euro. And how long ago did you start?
6 months ago. 6 months ago. So
okay, now
you can see how I'm doing, and some of it is based on, I would say, the stock exchange performance, and some is my deposits. So how much I put in. I can put in manually just any number. So 25 euros through an e-commerce payment. For instance, using my bank app, in this case Rabobank. But it could be any bank basically. Yeah.
So that I can add money to the bank account. But you also have something fun that you basically look at my payments in the stores, and then you basically use the.
So basically, you link your bank account, and later on it can be done with PSD2 if it's live in the Netherlands. But
which it isn't, because the law is not passed, Tweede Kamer and Ministerie van Financiën. Yeah.
Not yet. We're almost there, and we hope it will be available really soon. But right now, I put aside €2 a day, which is a fixed amount, and then I also put aside my roundups. So on Sunday, you can see I put aside €2.12, which is based upon the fact that I have a debit card payment of €12.47.
It goes to €13.
Yes, okay. And then
so those are the little challenges. And how do I invest now this money?
And this invest every week. We get that money from your bank account, and we put it in a portfolio of ETFs, index trackers, and my portfolio is 90% stocks and 10% bonds.
The stocks are high at the moment. Okay,
they go pretty well, and we put them in sustainable index trackers by iShares. So it's kind of green.
And I can. So it's green, but I can choose what kind of risk I want to take.
So you can change your portfolio based on your risk appetite. So for instance, if I feel a bit more less lucky.
It's nice chat functionality that it looks as a user as somebody's talking to me.
Yeah, we put a lot of effort in that. So you can choose between mild, a bit more, I'd say tangy, sharp, and really hot. And of course, I put in hot because I'm really optimistic about where the stock exchange is going. But it assumes.
And it assumes 6% investment. Okay, cool. Okay, so how did this company get started?
Actually, I pitched the idea together with a colleague of mine 3 years ago to Rabobank, and we ended up in discussion and decided to start a company.
Yeah. Okay, so you basically have the founders and you have the Rabobank as the main investor, and but you're independent from them as a separate company.
We're a separate company. We have a separate organization, separate license.
How many people now?
It's 40 people.
Okay, it's a lot of work to get a license in and to get to be completely acceptable for the consumer product, right?
It's we have to have a license, so you go to a regulatory offices, and it takes some time to get a license. Yes.
Who creates the software?
We do it ourselves. So basically, we run on the cloud. We have our own developers, engineers who create the software, everything. Yeah. Okay.
So you create them, you do the marketing yourself. I mean, you're a self-contained company who basically does everything themselves. What's your background?
My background is IT, digital, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're really also from the tech thing. Yeah. Okay. So how are you going to market this? So the Rabobank is now. I see this on the booth at Money 2020. Yeah. But how are you going to get this market, and what are the results so far? Because I saw 140,000 downloads.
Yes, we almost have 150k downloads, so that's pretty okay. We use multiple channels as these things go. So we do like normal advertising on TV and Facebook, but of course we use referrals. So basically our customers getting other customers for us, and they all get a kind of small.
140 in how many months was that?
That's in 6 months. 140. So
140,000. And then now, what's the current rate?
So currently we have almost 25,000 customers.
Okay, so the 140,000 downloads produced 25,000. Okay, and how many customers do you get per month now extra? How is the rate accelerating?
It's going quick, but we're actually waiting a bit with what I would say a lot of marketing because of PSD2.
Okay. So now, why is PSD2? Why is that so important for you?
Basically, our core feature, so the roundups, the spare change needs open banking. to be able to see what you're spending, so we can do the roundup, which is currently not available yet in the Netherlands.
Okay, but all the banks are preparing for PSD2, and they can open it up tomorrow. I mean, the standards are more or less ready, especially if you only do payment viewing and not initiating. It shouldn't be too difficult. All the banks can just use you as a beta.
Yeah. That could actually be the case, yes. Yeah, so we have a direct link with Rabobank, so that's already working.
Big surprise, yeah. And how are the other banks reacting?
I think they're positive, but everybody's waiting for each other, kind of.
Okay. And once you have PSD2, you don't need their permission anymore. You can use that functionality.
So basically, we have a license then from the Dutch authority, and then if PSD2 is there, we get access to those APIs.
Okay. But then you can then you do a small amount of money, and you invest in them, and those are give you a certain amount of return. Yep. Do you also think, I mean, I want a dashboard of all my bank accounts. I mean, once it works, will you not just give me a dashboard about all my payments and nice graphs and just use the opportunity?
I think that will not be for us, but there will be providers, for instance, Jolt, who will do that, and they're more than happy to hook into their application. Yeah. So
why do you want to keep it so limited?
I think simplicity is really hard. So we want to try to keep it limited and be really good at one thing, and that's already difficult enough. Okay.
And everybody can use the app, right? Through Ideal, you can get all the money into your portfolio, and then you can see it grow every day, and just have fun.
Everybody can be a customer as long as your bank supports EDIN, which is the protocol to identify yourself, but everybody in the Netherlands can actually download the app and become a customer.
Okay, 25,000 customers, 140,000 downloads. Next year, where are you then? If we're at Money 2020, how many customers do you expect?
Hopefully more than 100,000.
More than 100,000. Okay, good luck.